shadow of the Word of Life mural that some call Touchdown Jesus, hands are outstretched and the mood is being set by this fantastic light show ahead of this showdown. Welcome everyone to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on last year's national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Notre Dame's offense is on the field for the first time today. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback, and they're excited.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big...
Brings into the open. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome wide receivers, and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The short hands, it's Gilbert. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They put the first points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hall. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Unloads it left. Finds his man, it's Williams. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Racing to the right. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Irish! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. To the air on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking for a crease. It's Bray.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got it behind the line. It's Bray.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quick strike complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Smashes it between the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hand off from the shotgun. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Runs through a tackle. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hit as he throws. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Van Buren. It's complete to the left. Nice move, creates some space. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Plows through the defense. Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. On the run, it's Young. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn. Everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Stanford wants to push the pace. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires complete on the crosser. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. These corners backing off a bit. Got his man. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Just keep swinging it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one To the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Duggar. Here's the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. They go to the ground. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Notre Dame right back to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
They didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub.